So hello everyone, as you know that we are completing a series of PYQ of CSET of Npsc, and today's topic is here simple interest and compound interest. I hope you know the basics of simple interest and compound interest. If you don't know the basic, then you can't understand, if I'm being honest. So you have to know the basic first, and let's start. Chalo. First question, it's in Npsc 2017. The question says that 6,000 is invested partly in a scheme offering 8% interest and partly in a scheme offering 12% interest. If the total interest earned in a year is 6,600, then how much money invested in first scheme? देखो क्या हो रहा है ना, just see. Somebody has 60,000 rupees and he is investing in two parts. First part में 8% and second part में 12%, and he is getting some amount of SI, that is simple interest. SI na? Okay, 8% interest. Okay, but they have to return na, it's a simple or compound. It's 8% interest and all earned. Acha, yeah, too intelligent. If they say it in a year, then you don't have to write simple or compound. Compound interest doesn't work for 1 year, okay? It should be 2 years, then it should be effective after 2 years only, after 1 year only. Okay, so SI में invest कर रहे हैं, so some amount of SI or CI you can get, interest, not SI. Just a second, I'm writing wrong. It won't be your SI, it will be interest only. For 1 year, simple and compound interest always same. So you are getting some interest. If you are adding these two, you are getting 6600. So they are saying how much money you have invested here. You have invested some amount of money at the rate of 8%. So how much? So we have to solve this question. You can solve by taking X. Let we have invested X amount of money in first scheme, second 66,000 minus X, like that. But we will do in a shortcut way, that called allegation. First, to just get the rate of interest for total. देखो, if I have to get a rate total in total, I am earning. अच्छा, rate का formula होता है I, that is interest into 100 by P into T. This is the formula of rate. Now I am earning 6,600. So write 6600 into 100 by 6,000 into T 1 year. So 0000 0000 6 and 66 11. So our master rate is 11%. Now make the format, butterfly format. How to write butterfly format? देखो, 8% I am investing in the first scheme, second scheme 12%, and write 11% here. Now minus this difference. What is the difference of 11 and 8? What is the difference of 11 and 8? 3. Write 3 here. What is the difference of 12 and 11? 1. Write 1 here. So you have invested the money in 1:3 ratio. Got it? You have invested the money in 1:3 ratio. So in the first scheme you have invested 1. So in the first scheme you have invested 1 ratio out of 4 ratios. Why? 1 ratio here, 3 ratio there, 1 and 3 4. So write 4 there. How much money was there? 60,000. So it's 15 times, so it's 15,000. The answer is 15,000. Okay, got it? If they had asked how much money you have invested in second scheme, then it should be 3 by 4 into 60,000, because 3 unit of money or 3 ratio of money we are investing. So 15, 3 15 45. So 45k, 45,000. Got it? Easy. Chalo, this is called allegation. Just remember how to do and all. You have to compare butterfly format. I'll teach you everything when we will be learning the concepts. Okay, for every chapter I'll be teaching everything. Chalo. Next, a sum of money doubles itself in 5 years at simple interest. The rate of interest. देखो 20% आंसर है, 20% ही आएगा. हाउ? A sum of money doubles itself. Sum means principal. Okay, you know देखो, if you don't know the basic, you can't understand what principal, what rate of interest, what sum, what is your SI, what is your CI. You should know all of those because you are solving PYQs. Without knowing, if you are jumping into PYQs, then you are a fool. Okay, chalo. So, okay, a sum or a principal doubles itself in 5 years. Assume your principal is 1 rupee. Assume your principal is 1 rupee and it becoming double. It means it becoming 2 rupees. यही तो बोला है ना, a sum of money doubles itself in 5 years and this is your T, time or T you can assume. Got it? देखो P 1 rupee became 2 rupee, तो क्या हो गया, plus 1 rupee extra आ गया. From somewhere just 1 rupee came. This is your extra money. And always remember, extra money calls interest. For this question it will be called as a simple interest. Always remember, extra money, if you are investing some money somewhere or if you are lending some money, you have to give some amount of extra money. That extra money call your simple interest or compound interest, depends upon the question. So from here I can write my P is 1 rupee, my SI is also 1 rupee because there is extra money. My time is 5 years. So what is my rate R? So you know rate formula. Rate formula is I into 100 by P into T. So I is your 1 into 100 by P, P again 1 and T is your 5, 1, 1, 5, 20. So this is your 20%. This is your answer. Got it? समझ में आ गया? चलो next. Okay, this is a nice question. They are saying that 1 lakh, 1 lakh was invested by Mohan in a fixed deposit at the rate of 10% at the 10% at CI, compound interest. However, every year he has to pay 20% for tax on the compound interest. How much does Mohan has after 3 years? देखो, every month he will get 10% for CI. He will get 10%, means like out of 100 rupees he will get 10 rupees extra. He will get 110 rupees. But 20% he has to give on tax. 20% tax he has to give on compound interest. So इसका 20% कितना हो जाएगा? 20 by 100. So this is yours 2. So 2% he has to give as a tax. So total net कितना आ जाएगा? 10% he was getting as a simple compound interest, but 2% he has to give as a tax. So net earning or net compound interest will be 8%. Why? देखो, 10 rupees he was getting. 20% of 10 rupees will be 2 rupees. 2 rupees he has to give to the tax, for the tax. That's why he will be getting 8 rupees. Got it? समझ में आया? So 8%. Now your rate is 8%. Time, how much time is taking? 3 years. And your principal is 1 lakh. From here you can get compound interest. There is a formula of compound interest, A into 1 plus R by 100 into N. So if you put the things, it's A or P, I forgot. P, because I never solve in formula way. I can solve in this way. देखो 8% means, देखो 8% means I can write 8 by 100. So it will be yours. देखो, this is your P and this is your I. I can divide but let it be. So I can write like this one, principal, and then here it will be here it will be आपका compound interest, amount, ratio बना दो, and then there will be compound interest like that. So principal 100 rupees and 8 rupees extra I have to pay. Out of 100 rupees, 8 rupee extra I have to pay. You can put in the formula, you will get the answer. you can put in the formula, you can get the answer. But without formula you can also solve this way. This is concept I will be teaching in your concept making classes, okay. But the calculations are so hard, the answer will be this one. If you put all the things in here, like 1 lakh into 1 plus 8 by 100 into 3 times like this, so 1 lakh into 100 plus 8 na? So it's yours 100 plus 8, 108 1.08 cube, like this. If you solve this, you will get your answer, okay. If you solve this calculation, you will get this answer. That's why it's in mains. You can also solve this way, 108, but it's 3 times, that's why I write 3 times here. So if you multiply this, it will be 1 lakh, and then you have to calculate this. I don't want to calculate this much of data in the morning, okay. So just skip this, you just calculate, you will get the answer, okay. Chalo, then you have to minus and you will get your CI. Next, okay, SDFC lends 1 million, 1 million means 10 lakh, 10 lakh na, 10 lakh to Hudco. Hudco is a company at the 10% of simple interest for 2 years. देखो यहाँ पे देखो, Hudco lends, HDFC lends, HDFC ने क्या दिया ना, HDFC one bank gave money 10 lakh to Hudco at the rate of 10% for 2 years, but SI. Hudco gave that money to Sahara at the 10% rate, 2 years, but for the compound interest, okay. Now definitely they go Hudco taking money by simple interest but lending money by compound interest, so definitely Hudco will be earning some more amount of money from Sahara, then he will be giving some amount of money to HDFC and he will be keeping some money. So they go Hudco has to pay 20% interest rate. Why? 2 year 20%, 2 year 10% करके Hudco has to pay 20% SI, okay. Hudco has to pay 20%, but how much Hudco will be earning from Sahara? 2 year 10%, don't write 20%, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. SI CI में for 2 year 10% it will be yours 21%. How? देखो इसको बोलते हैं सक्सेसिव और सीरीज मेथड. +10 +10, so it's 20%, okay, and then you have to multiply this 10 into 10 100 and put decimal here, so 20 plus 1, it's 21%, because it's a compound interest. You have to play the successive formula. So what's happening here, Hudco will be paying 20% as a tax, as interest, but Hudco will be earning 21% from Sahara. So definitely net profit of Hudco is 1%. Got it? Hudco ka earning 1%. So they are saying that what earning of Hudco? 1%. Out of 10 lakh. Out of 10 lakh, 1% will be yours, 10,000. So 10K will be the answer. All the options are wrong. Okay? All the options are wrong. 10K will be the answer. 10 lakh into 1%. 0.000. This is 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 will be the answer. I hope you understood. If you didn't understand this successive part, how to get the compound interest ka rate, I'll just show you. Just write in the comment. Okay, chalo. Next, they're saying that okay, now data sufficiency questions are there that asks in 2024 DS, but I don't want to solve data sufficiency question for chapter wise. I will be solving data sufficiency question as a topic. So in the next video I will be solving data sufficiency for all the years, but let it be. Okay, isko solve kar lete hain. They're saying that question is what is the rate of simple interest, but for data sufficiency you don't have to give the answer. You just have to tell that statement 1 or statement 2 both required to answer the question, or just statement 1 can answer, or both of the statements together can't answer, can't be determined. So you have to tell that only. Now read the question. What is the rate of simple interest? This is your question. Statement says that. total interest earned was 7,000. So it's your SI or I, you can say. Total sum invested for 5 years. So this is your 5 years. We have these two statements, and they are asking about the rate of interest. And what is the formula of rate of interest? Rate of interest for simple interest formula is I into 100 by P into T. Now check, we have I. We have I, that is yours 7k or 7,000. 100, so that is given. P, we don't have P. T, we have T. T, that is 5 years. Now if you don't have P, you can't answer. You don't have P there. So that's why the answer will be both the statements are not sufficient to answer this question, because we don't have P, and without P you can't get a rate. Okay, in some of the question you might get a rate, but in this question without P no chance, nahi milega. Okay, if I say 1400 per year SI, rate to nahi mil raha hai. Yeah, chalo. So it can't be answer. So I'll be taking next class for data sufficiency, previous year question. Okay, thank you for today. And if you don't know the basics, it will be very hard to understand, if I'm being honest. But be patient. I'll be taking concept classes also. After concept, you can solve everything.